Alright, so you can hear the ocean waves in the background crashing. You can hear boats, horns, because it's foggy in the morning. They just do that. Anyway, we're here gathered today because I am a ruler and I am the ruler. So it doesn't really matter if I feel like I need to get into something. I'm about to get into it. How much I'm going to do so? Well, from this form, I'm about to do this. I'm supporting you, girl. But in actuality, I'ma fix this for you because it's my fault, obviously. Moving on. We have your phones. Woman buys iPhone 16 from T-Mobile and uses UPS for trade-in. Then she gets her bill. Alright, so we're not gonna watch the whole video, but I'm gonna scroll through the words and paraphrase a little bit, and you can read how you want to, but I'm not gonna scroll to your abilities. I'm just gonna read it and tell you what happened, and I may just stumble over everything as I do it. However, I like watching these videos, and I know that people watch and see them, and things happen, for these people, because you don't know where these people are in life. But when shit happens and you're dealing with customer service, sometimes it really do be feeling like they trying to intimidate you to act. It's like they're a business, but also it's kind of like your workplace with your HR, but they don't like you already. However, they want your money and they want your respect, and they want you to feel like you are respected by them as well in order to keep getting your business as well. So just don't forget these are businesses, and these businesses are out to get you, especially the people that sell things to you. They're just as much out to get you, even if they want to help you, because they're there, they work there. So this poor young lady, when she's calling into customer service to get her issue resolved, they acting up. And I've had a couple of issues, but I want to point out a lot of things. I think it is important. But the video has a lot more context than the words do. Also, it's people like her. She seems kind, and she handled it like a kind person. But there are some things that need to be changed. And I hope she's already learning. She's stepping up every time. And I pray that she gets it fixed up. I say this because that's a human thing. It just came out. Girl, you getting what you supposed to get. Even if I don't fully know what that is yet. I've never upgraded a phone. I always buy my phones. And not just these, in the past too. I would just buy them. Because my services, I don't think I could upgrade them. I think I could get a discount on service or something. I don't freaking know. Whatever. Anyway. Hold on. So we're about to get into this. Let's see. But before I do this, you should get your weed if you're gonna do this. Yeah. Get your weed. I was gonna say other food. You can get some food. Don't bring no cigarettes up in here. You do what you want. But it's not like I can't see you. Alright, girl. So she goes into T-Mobile. Alright? She already has her own TikTok channel. Obviously. That's why this is here. Alright? So I'm supporting her because I have seen this. Alright? So we're gonna start because I didn't want to see okay. Anyway, while she wasn't in the market for a new phone, the salesperson at her local T-Mobile insisted that she take advantage of that trade-in promo. Alright, wherever her local T-Mobile is, I deem them untrustworthy. Do something about those two characters. But for it to have played out T-Mobile themselves may just have some issues. This is also another reason why I'm saying something about it, because I may or may not be connected to a T-Mobile network myself. And if they're untrustworthy as a whole, that's going to ruin our whole cellular service. Like, banks go down when things are wrong. God gets you all right? And then you get a chance to fix it up again. You know, some people don't get that chance. So act right, T-Mobile, because you got jobs on the line, you got money on the line. Now, I don't know what's happening back there, because that's just how I'm going to feel. I don't know what's happening. However, when it comes down to it, you cannot be underhanded. If you in the rap game as well, do not be underhanded. If you try to get something out of life, do not be underhanded, because God is going to correct you. I'm already over here doing this for you. Now, going back to T-Mobile specifically, act right, because a lot of phone services act that way with their phone services. Even free people, like people that give out free phone services as well, which are most likely connected with the T-Mobile server. Like, y'all have a lot of responsibility, but you cannot abuse that, because it's not like you built it with your own hands. It was there before you got there, and then you helped, or you're just a part of it. We don't know your role. And some people just work there, period. So if you end up in a place where you just work there, have a backbone. Okay. You will be supported, I promise. So, the worker talked her into taking advantage of this upgrade. That is something that we take as normal, but now this looks really bad. And that worker looks even worse going forward. Alright? And she didn't get talked into it and get bamboozled. We will use the word at the top of the screen. That's not what happened. It was a better deal, technically, because it's not working out right now, but it was a better deal. So trade your phones in. We had to wait for the box so we could ship the phone back to T-Mobile, which is why I don't upgrade nothing through mail. None of that. I don't do none of that, because it's too much work. Just period. Not because I don't trust, it's just too much work. And you gotta wait for the box. You got me messed up. I go to the store. I deal with it in person. Get the phone ordered to the store type of thing. Like, if I'm gonna buy it at the store. So we had to wait for the box before we could ship it back. The worker said you could ship the box through UPS or bring them to me and I'll ship them. Now, when I first read this, my intuition, my brain as well said, why did he say bring them to me? See, most people, even I, would even say bring it to us and we'll ship it. However, I don't even mind saying that, and if you bring it to me, I'll ship it for you as well. I don't mind hearing it that way, but it hit me different when I read it here. And now, going through the story, I feel the same way. So I'm pointing it out now. Wanting to play it safe, Trisha had the worker ship the devices to the warehouse for the trade-in. I bet you did. But weeks later, she got an email prompting her to get her trade-in value before it expires. Panicked, realized her phones didn't make it to the warehouse. I would have got that worker's name. I don't normally ask for names, but I feel like there are times where you really should pay attention to who helped you. I'm gonna rewind that video and we're gonna watch it together because it's a lot more to the point. And let's see. She called the customer service support number. The person on the phone said, "Oh, we have your phones actually." I skipped something, and that's perfectly fine. I think that a lot of this is in it. There was a certain part of it that was different that made me feel like maybe she should have done something different. But since that's not what I feel like doing anymore, we're going to just refresh this page, and then we're gonna watch this video together because I didn't want to ruin anything that she already said in the video. But I did share something, so where'd it go? I lost it. Yep, I went too far. Did it not load yet? This ad sure did. Okay. Shh.
Long story, so I'm going to try to keep it short. On July 1st, I went into T-Mobile with my teenage son. He had cracked his phone the night before in the corner, so we wanted to see about getting it repaired. We went to the store, and the guy said we actually have a really good deal right now. You can get a 15 Pro for only $27 more a month. I said that's actually not bad. Go ahead, get a new phone. It's been a few years, you can upgrade. He said we actually have another promo where it's buy one, get one free. And I said, I don't really need one, nor do I want a new phone. And when is free, so no thank you. He said it actually is. It's going to be the same price whether you get this or not. You just have to trade in your current devices. My son had a 12, I had a 12 mini. I said, okay, fine. If it's going to be the same, sure, I'll get a new phone. So we leave the store with my son's 15 Pro. The phone I wanted, they didn't have in stock, so he ordered it. And then we left with the 12 and the 12 mini because we had to wait for the box to get to us so that we could ship the phones back. And the worker said when you get the box, you can ship the phones by UPS or you can bring them to me and then I'll ship them for you. I said, okay, great. So I got the box on July 5th, and then that was a Friday, I believe. So I waited through the weekend, and I went to the store, I think on Tuesday or Wednesday the following week, the 8th or 9th. And I said, here's my phones. If you could ship them back, that would be great. Plus I thought that would be better, I guess, that a worker was doing it instead of just myself. So it was like another layer of security, maybe? I don't know. So on July 17th, I received an email saying, get your trade-in value before it expires. And I said, oh no, my phones haven't made it back. So I call T-Mobile, the corporate number, which is like 866 something. And they said, oh, don't worry, it can take like a couple weeks for it to get through the warehouse. You're fine, you have 30 days, don't worry about it. I said, oh, okay. Then I got another email like a week later saying the same thing. So on July 31st, I think that was like the last day for the promotion. I called and I said, I got another email. My phones haven't been there. I think this is the last day. I don't know what to do. And the person on the phone said, oh, we have your phones actually. We have them right now. They're just going through processing and they haven't been scanned yet. Don't worry about it. I said, oh, great. You received them. Perfect.
Same thing she has been hearing.
And the next day, August 1st, I got another email saying the same thing. Get your trade-in value before it expires. So I called back again and they said, it's just automated. Let me check on them. It's totally fine. Don't worry about it. We have your phones. They're actually being scanned in right now. This is August 1st. So it's like, perfect. The bill comes and goes. It's fine. The next bill comes and goes. It's fine. And then on September 15th, my husband gets a text and it says, your bill is $290, which is not what it was supposed to be. It was supposed to be like $218. And I said, what the heck? That's so weird. I don't know why. So the next day, September 16th, I called T-Mobile, the store where I went to do all this. And I said, hey, can you pull up my account? Because there's something weird going on. And they said, I'm sorry, we can't help you by phone. You have to come into the store. I said, okay. So a few weeks go by because it just gets crazy. Life is insane. And I wasn't too worried about it because I had two people tell me that they had my phones and I just didn't know what was going on. Like maybe the credit didn't apply. I don't know. So October 2nd, I believe, or October 1st, I go into the store. I tell them what happened. They call corporate, whatever you want to call it. And they said, we don't have your phones. I said, what? What do you mean? And they said, we don't have them. I said, I talked to someone on July 31st and August 1st, two different people. I said, please check my account for the notes to see that they told me this. When they looked at the account, they said, yes, we see you've been calling and calling.
We see this.
People. We see that they told you they have your phones, but we don't know why they told you that. I said, how could two people tell me they have my phones.
Where are
different
they?
people on 2 different days. They said, I don't know, I'm sorry, but we don't have your phones. There's nothing we can do for you. Because
unaccountability.
UPS is showing that like the tracking number shows that it was never scanned. So we can't help you. I said, oh, okay, which...
So what can you do?
They don't know that I sent the phones or who sent the phones if the label says that, but I know I don't have the...
Pause, ma'am. Respectfully. Alright, first off, right there. That's right there where the company needs to take responsibility for what happened as a whole. We cannot do anything for you. What are you talking about? There, I would expect them to send me, or well, I actually shoot. What is the point of what is she trying to get? She's trying to get her phone scanned in so that she can verify that she returned those phones back to the company, right? So that she can keep getting the service she's supposed to be getting, because that's what an upgrade is, right? So why can't they just fix that for her? Why can't they give her that credit? What is the issue here? We cannot do anything for you? You will not do anything. So why is she still with you? Where's the issue here? I'm not understanding. And then what, you want to trap her because of an early cancellation fee or something? I don't know how T-Mobile works because I don't do it like that. But at the same time, I've paid for my bills before. And if there's something fishy going on like that, and it makes me feel that I cannot trust you with my service and with my card, because what? Then you're going to start overcharging me for what reason? You're already overcharging her because you don't know what's happening. You're not taking accountability for the situation at hand. Now, we're going to keep going forward into this video because there's more, obviously. However, right there, she should not have gotten through all of that without getting her business taken care of for real. And at this point, she really should have been taking down names like on a notepad. And even someone as lazy as and I'm gonna say it like that because honestly, it's too freaking much work. I'll be honest with you, I'm just be writing down nobody's name. I don't like remembering people's names. I meet on a daily basis because I don't know you past that a certain point. I've had an interaction with you and I'm gonna leave it at that. Like, you know, if you become someone important, it's different. If you were someone important, it's not different. It's about the same. It's like one of those things. So, you know, remembering names for me, you would have to make a good impact on me. And you know what would be a good impact for me is you actually doing your fucking job when I call you, you know, like this. So play. But she should have gotten the credit then because they see that she's been calling and they see that they've been telling her that they've received the phones, but we don't know why they would tell us that, blah blah blah, whatever. I don't know why either. Why are they telling me that? Who is giving this information and then distributing it? Who? Why? Besides God, let's be real. Who and why? Why are we doing this? Besides, it's happening. We're gonna stop right there. But like real talk though, from the point that I'm standing on and doing my job, ain't that some bullshit? Why are you even yelling at us? I don't know. No, real talk though. In order to get things done, this is how it will be played. Do your part. Goddamn. Alright, so basically, give her discount. That's the point. You were losing her service. And you are definitely getting sued if you act up. And I did that too. Oh no. Okay, realistically though, it's not like I don't know how it feels. You don't know how it feels. But let's be real, it's not like I don't know how it feels. Alright. Let's move on.
Have the phones the worker said he shipped them for me. The manager of the store asked the worker.
Okay, I'm gonna be real with you. When they typed that out, it did not say that, and so that is why I'm glad that we are here instead of there. Because I'm like, the worker real quiet during this time because I ain't heard a word from you. But in the video, it does confirm that the worker confirmed sending them in, which puts that worker directly on the line unless he is in cahoots with the manager. Because the manager then would, if I were in that worker's role, the manager would be looking at me. No cap. Because when I was working at a pizza parlor, I was always being looked at for anybody else's mistake, even when I wasn't in charge of nobody. And especially when I started being in charge of somebody. So things that, if there was something super random that ain't even had nothing to do with me, I would get in trouble for it. But usually it was because I didn't get in trouble for things unless I was directly involved. However, when it came down to it, there was no real reason to put me in trouble when I got in trouble. But, you know what they like to do to the boy. So, that being said, this worker not being put on any type of, watch, because what you're telling me that I'm supposed to trust you with my devices in this store, and I send it through you because you said you were gonna do it, and that is what I would do, because that means I don't have to go and buy labels, I don't have to pay for the pounds and ounces and nothing. I ain't gotta worry about it. I'm gonna send it with the store. The store is the people that receive my phones. Why I'm gonna be mad with you, Take it. Send it. Play. Arigato. Like, why am I trusting you with my phones if you're not gonna do it right? So him putting that out there and doing that what, were the labels shipped? Like switched? Or what? Do you not know how to do your job? What happened? Because I wouldn't directly blame it on that worker, but I would need the worker to act a lot more concerned with the process that just happened. Even if it is not his fault, I would need him to think in his memory bank, maybe, did I do something? And if I did, what does that do? But then UPS would just bring it back. So what happened to them? You feel?
Worker, if he remembered me, he said yes. She came in with her son.
Thank God he ain't a liar like that.
He said yes. I shipped them. So they said there's nothing we can do for you.
Right? What
so I said,
is
okay. So they were gonna try to do something with a new promotion in the meantime, I guess.
Which sounds to me like more money and switching around my credit card. You giving me a refund?
Corporate, or whatever you want to call it, to call him back 2 days later on Thursday and see what they could do for me.
I knew right there they were leaving her off on the energy.
After they called me. I said, okay, great. Let's see what happens. So Thursday comes and goes. No call.
Of course.
I'm like, okay, well, things get busy. Let's just wait another day.
I'm you.
Friday comes. No call.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, okay. So I call back to corporate, whatever you want to call it. And I said, hey, this is what's happening.
Full rundown.
I don't know what to do.
Help.
Can you check my account to see if corporate has called the store, what's going on? The guy on Friday says, we have your phones.
What the fuck?
I said, what? He said, we have them.
Mm.
I'm going to get this resolved for you.
Pay attention to this guy.
Guarantee that this is resolved. I said, you have the phones. He said, yes. I called over to the warehouse and had them checked. And they said they have them. They just, for some reason, never scanned them. I said, I need to know that someone has physically laid their hands or eyes on my package.
Assertiveness.
Because I've been told this before, and you all tell
Receipts.
me, I'm sorry, I can't help you.
Accountability.
He said, you have my personal guarantee. I will send you an email with all my information so that you know who you're talking to. And you'll get a call in 5 to 7 business days with this resolution.
Motherfucker.
Then you have your credits applied and your account will be fine. So I I said, okay, you see my hesitation with getting off the phone with you, but if you're going to give me your name and everything.
Peep energy.
Great. I verified my email with him, my address with him, my phone number with him.
Motherfucker.
I never got an email.
Of course you didn't.
Today is technically business day 6.
I bet it is.
Don't have a phone call.
I bet you didn't.
I called 5 days later after that call with that guy.
Good job.
Talked to someone else.
What is his name?
They told me, we don't have your phones.
I bet they did.
I don't know why he told you he has.
Of course they
We
did.
have your phones.
Of course they did.
They didn't escalate it
Nope.
as many times as I asked.
Motherfucker.
The woman I talked to last Thursday said he never submitted some type of paperwork,
Of course.
even though he told me he would.
Love bomber.
She also told me that they have no capability to call the warehouse.
I knew they didn't.
And I said, well, he told me.
I bet he
call
did.
The warehouse. She said, we don't have that capability. I don't know why he told you that.
Now she's being a fucker.
So I've talked to, I don't know how many people, a handful of them have told me they have my phones. A handful of them have said they don't. So I went up to the store today after asking for a supervisor from the lady on Thursday. The supervisor said, I'm sorry, we can't help you because we don't have your phones. You have to go to the store. So I went to the store. And there's no progress.
Of course there isn't. So, we're going to read the comments afterwards of the other people. Now, I want you to think about your own thoughts about this. And if you have stories about T-Mobile acting up, right now would be a good time to do something with that video or information. Don't make up stuff or you will be karma'd. We don't need that. We don't need that. We need you to be truthful. We need you to give them good information, good praise as well. We don't want to bash people. We want them to do their jobs because we do use their networks. A lot of people use different types of networks. But all this says is that when one network starts acting up, the other people can get that network and then that network can act up and blah, blah, blah. No. What happens here is if you act up, you get cut. And when you get cut, better things will start up. And I'll tell you that right now. God handles these things. So in that spirit, of course, we are definitely going to be shouting out when people act up. I try to do my best to tell people when they're doing a really good job. So I have SafeLink. I believe it is part of a T-Mobile service. It is good service. However, I will admit that when I called about my service being off, he told me that I could go to a website to get signed up on Lifeline, but he didn't just transfer me to the Lifeline people that I could talk to on the phone. But I don't know, maybe if it was because they weren't open yet or like closed or something, but I ended up getting a new phone, but I got it for free, so it's cool. And that's exactly what I wanted. So, I mean, like I wanted a new phone and this is how God brought it to me. But that's just a story. So, I like my service. I am happy with it. However, if the person that is running a store is doing this to someone in a local place, that place is going to ruin it for everyone. And there are more people that are going to be hurt as well. Because this hurts. This is emotional damage. And I do mean that energetically quite plainly as well. Like, they're literally banding together to be on some bullshit with this right now. How many times are you going to tell a customer? How many times are you going to tell your customer there's nothing you can't do for them? There's nothing you can do for me? So what? Do you not want me as a customer? Like, she's not being rude to anybody. She's literally being the customer that is giving you a chance to do your fucking job. And you want to be upset about the people that get mad at you all the time. A lot of people do that just so that they will get what they want out of you because you do things like this. Like, just be a good person. This is exactly how we get treated. And that is exactly why we gotta be better with our own information. That being said, I am happy that they take notes, because I had an issue with my own phone service that was also, I'm sure Assurance Wireless is connected to T-Mobile in some way. They really didn't do their job. I was trying to get something resolved. However, it wasn't fully explained to me exactly what the issue is. I may understand what it is, but the main issue was that they kept not communicating with one another and resolving the issue behind scenes, but they were also not taking notes. Even if they were taking notes, the notes were not on my notes, and the notes were not passed on as notes. So I had to keep re-explaining the same issue to someone that was new, and I just sound like the customer that's calling about the same thing, but I kept it within a week, because at the same time I had to wait for the days that I had to wait, you know what I mean? And it didn't get resolved in the end. And they weren't even really sad to see me go, and I wasn't either. Like, what the fuck? So I've been meaning to talk about them, but I won't talk about them right now. But that was all I have to say about it. Like, they didn't help, and I left. But it was a free service. They get something out of it, but maybe how much? But this is a woman that is paying $290 now, So what is it that you were doing here, and how many people are you scamming with this? Because a lot of people don't check their credit cards and stuff like that. Apparently, I hear a lot about that. There's that. Now, we're going to go through the next thing. No, we already passed that part. Billing issues, $80 over any month. Oh, there we go. Viewers respond. While Trisha said that she would continue to escalate the situation at T-Mobile, don't let up. Put your foot on the gas pedal, on their necks. Get on their necks. Step on their dicks if you gotta do it. But do it kindly. And do it with God. Viewers gave her other suggestions in the comments. Call the police and file a report for theft. It sounds like the store employee and the manager stole your phones. Yes, I bet it gets taken care of right away. Get everybody involved in there that you gotta. Don't sound like that, Karen, like that. Be you. Be you. This is your moment, but be you. And don't do it just to be, like that. But this is your moment, so be you. File a Better Business Bureau complaint. The phone companies seem to resolve things like this when you do that. My brother had the same issue and they fixed it. Contact your local news stations and an attorney, a third rope. Hey, if that's something you do on lock, do it. Shoot. I'm over here. This actually encouraged what I had already been thinking at this point. So it's part of why I'm doing this video. Oh, and that's all. So, yeah, that really did put me over here. I'm like, all right, you're right. Like, I'm about to say something about this. All right. So, if you want to share your stories, please do. I don't have TikTok, so this is her handle and all of that. And I almost didn't watch the video because it says #cellphone-horror-story, because I don't like reading things that are just like trying to put you in a vibe like that. But I think she really aptly explained what was going on, and I appreciate her proper use of a hashtag and a description of what it is that's going on. No clickbait needed. T-Mobile cell phone horror story. Horrible customer service. Real talk. I don't want to read the rest of them. It says see more. I don't really know nothing about if I can actually push that button or not, because I think I have tried to see before and it did not, but I've never cared at this point, so I'm not going to start doing it now. Anyway, that's the video. I'm going to post it, and be kind and truthful in your stuff, but you know what, share your stories and put the world in a good place. It's not about what it used to be. It's about what it can be. And let's get it where it's gotta be and where I be. Alright, bye.